I'm trying to make the path dynamic so that I can determine my path at the runtime. I can override this default path whatever I have put in this way. So I'm trying to do that, and it says that it is not accessible. And I'm trying to understand. Okay, let us do one small thing. Maybe this particular path is not accessible. Let me put out this sales org file outside and see if it is accessible. That's the easiest thing we can do. Hilal, I see that you are trying to talk to me, but I don't hear you. Hilal, uh, yeah, put on the chat browser, guys, if someone is not able to hear me, to anybody other than me. Okay, okay, okay. Uh, Let me switch myself to telephone. Yeah, don't worry, there seem to be some problem. I am switching myself. Guys, do you hear me now? Okay. Yeah, there was some problem on my computer's audio. It gave me a warning saying there can be some low volume on the audio. So I now moved on to my telephone line. Okay, guys. Yeah, I got dropped off and now I'm back. So you hear me, right? So and if anyone missed last part of it, what I am trying to do is I'm trying to make the file name or the file path dynamic so that anyone can it can happen in any development environment. These file names or file paths will keep certainly changing from time to time. They keep changing all this. So just to handle that, I'm trying to show you this, and I have some problem. Though I have given the right path, it still says the path is wrong. So I'm trying to put it in a different place and see if it works. So now I have placed it under computer users. I think better will be I place it in the C drive. Yeah, it is in the C drive. So now I take this path and let me see if it works. It makes my life easier. Else I need to be keep researching on what has happened for it. Hmm. So this is how you make the file dynamic, so that at the runtime you can, you know, though I try to make it dynamic, it is killing me. It says permissions or some problem with the file. No. Yeah, I will do that the next thing. Let me see if there is anything. It's not read only. It's not hidden, and I don't think I can. I have put any security on it. So okay, read and execute. Read. So let me give full permissions to it. Yeah, I will also buy your idea. If it doesn't work in this way, then I will change it to my term. But generally, it should not have any complaint because it is the same mission. But maybe the job server is not able to talk in here, and so it could be the problem. Okay. Uh, I know what could have been gone wrong. So instead of making it job server, I'll go change it to local and see if it works. I have two options here, but job server is also a right option. There is no doubt about it. But still, because it is troubling me, here I'll put it as local. Now let me see if it works. There, don't get confused, guys. When I say job server and local, why I interchange this? For me, my local mission is everything, and so I changed it. But here, for both the ways, it is throwing me an error. Hmm. Okay, let me try my friend's idea here and see if it works. If it works, it works. In a production environment, uh, you definitely, I mean, in any development environment, we should take care of this issue even before we start working on anything, because at certain point you'll realize the client comes back and says, I have a different file name change because the file name earlier what we were using was not so meaningful, and you have to change many things in the job. So in order not to make it too worse, we'll have to work on it like this. Oh, when I changed the path, I did not make. Oh, I did the change here. I see. Let me see if I'm lucky. It should get it now. If it is unlucky me, then yeah, it keeps erroring out saying it did not find the file again and again. It's the same thing. Anyhow, I'm not going to spend a lot of time here because why? I don't find anything wrong in that. Does anyone of you find anything wrong? Um, do you think I should not give the single quotes? No, that is not what it is. I should always keep the where care in single quotes for sure, and I'm doing that. Mm. Mm. Sometimes it makes my life hard, guys. I don't have any good reason here. I've given full permissions, and okay, uh, never mind. Let it go wrong. But in general, this is the way I have to. I have to make it dynamic. So this is one way that we make it dynamic. The other way also I will show you if that works. But this is not working. Why? I am still upset, guys. One second. Why will not this one work? FF sales org1. Please check its path and permissions. Maybe I made a mistake here between the file name and path. That could be the one. Root directory is path and file name is file name. Yes, I did not do anything wrong. Okay. uh, in general, this is the way we need to give, guys, but I will have to go back and figure it out why is it not working, because I don't have any answer immediately. Let me try without the single quote, because I don't think that is a problem, because you have to have the uh, yeah, let us try it out the one last thing, or else we'll move on. I will keep the path in the same way. uh, you can throw your random ideas if you have any. No, the only difference I see here, it is ff underscore sales or one, it is taking as cannot open file, please check its path and permissions. I don't know. That's okay. We have more things to learn, so don't worry about this particular thing. I will research on it. Why is it not working, and get back to you. But in general, how we do, I try to show you guys. You'll have to make it dynamic, the path and the file name, so that at the runtime you can always give. The one last thing I wanted to show you, when you execute, though you have hard coded this in the global variables, at the runtime you can change it to whatever names you want to give. You can give, actually. If you wanted to change name, as I told you, if it comes the file as like this, it is still permitted. You can pass it at the runtime. And again, if it becomes a manual effort to pass it at the runtime, you can initialize in your script dynamically in a table. Every day the new file comes, you're going to mark it as based on the date, and it picks up only the current file. The earlier file you can flag it as no, the current file you will flag it as yes. There are number of ways to do it, but dynamically, the intent to show you this is, if you set it in as part of the global variables, you can dynamically change this. That is the intent I am trying to show you all that. Okay, if that is been noticed and you are able to understand that, we are fine to proceed forward. So dynamically you can allot it instead of hard coding it. That is the intent of showing you all that. But now, because it is not working, I'm going to go back and change it as it was earlier, and look into it later, when at night I have to again sit down and look into it. Though I'm not a smoker, I need to have a couple of cigarettes to understand why is it failing. So I will look into it. We do have some predefined variables here. Whatever you see $, these are all the system variables.